I just want everyone to know before I start this video that just because you play on consoles, it doesn't mean that you're a console peasant. I'm not making fun of console gamers nor the platform here, so there's no reason for any console gamer to be offended. If you are offended by this video, then you're probably the kind of console gamer that I'm debunking in the video itself. In which case, I'm sure I'll see you in the comments. Let's begin. Do I need a 4K TV in order to play 4K gaming on the Xbox Project Scorpio? I have a TV that runs 720p. Yeah, you do. And actually, I want to talk about that for a second. Most console gamers play on 720 or 1080p TVs, being as how their consoles can't display anything higher than that as of right now, so having a higher res TV is pointless. However, the Scorpio and Neo will be able to output 4K, but you need to have that TV. This console probably isn't going to be very cheap, but let's say somehow it's only $400. To utilize 4K, you'll still need a TV that can output it. So not only will you have to get the Scorpio, but if you actually want 4K gaming, you will have to spend $300 to a couple $1,000s to even utilize it. Well, Barry, you have a $2,000 PC and a 4K monitor. And yeah, that's true, but I'm an enthusiast. I was able to save up money and build my PC part by part. Saving money is made easier when I'm not paying to play games online though. This is a comment on an article about the PlayStation 4.5 back when they didn't know most of its capabilities. Okay, Sony. For all of us who already have PS4s, release this as a software update that will add 4K support. On top of that, you're doing too much with PlayStation VR. Some of us can't afford new consoles, much less your PlayStation Plus membership you force us to buy to play online. I'm sure you can make a hardware exploit. You can give in for once. This guy has the right idea, but he doesn't understand how physics work. It's impossible for Sony to implement a software update and allow you to play games at 4K. Plus, the whole monitor garble from before still applies. However, I do appreciate that he understands how stupid it is that he has to pay to play games online. Many people say, well, they have to keep the game servers up and that's not cheap. But what you guys don't realize is Sony and Microsoft don't host your online servers in third-party games. The developers of those games do. So that $60 a year, it literally goes to nothing, and it's just pocketed money that Sony and Microsoft learned that they can just take from you. I really wish they couldn't get away with this. With 6 teraflops and that amount of memory in the Scorpio, if developers target its GPU config, they can achieve 30 or even 60. Consoles needs way less than PC to achieve the same because they don't have to deal with the insane amount of hardware out there, plus they have UWP that makes everything easier. While it's true that optimization is not always good on the PC because of all the different hardware, you literally said nothing in this sentence. Consoles need way less to achieve the same? Less what? Consoles need less what? Hardware all works the same regardless as to whether or not it's in a PC or a console. So what is this magical it that you're referring to when you say consoles need less of it? By the way, 6 teraflops is only just catching up to PC gaming. It's not surpassing it. The 1070 alone has 6.5 teraflops, and that's not even the most powerful card on the market right now. So yes, I'm glad that consoles are catching up to the technological curve, and you will be able to experience games at higher frame rates, finally. And I must say it's about time, because everyone should be enjoying games to the fullest extent. But by 2017, we will already have newer GPUs on the market that are faster than the ones out right now. The ones that the 6 teraflop Scorpio is, from what you're saying, going to barely compete with at this current date. No, consoles are more advanced. No, PC gaming is not superior to console gaming, because a lot more can be done with console gaming than with PC gaming. PC gaming is limited. With a console, a person can play their game on a much bigger screen, and it is a much more realistic experience than with the limits of a smaller computer. This seems to happen a lot recently, and I have no idea why people think this, but I can use any display device I want. A 60-inch TV, a 12-inch TV. I can use a laptop as a second screen. I can have 5 monitors if I want. I can even have more than that. And a 60-inch TV all at the same time. I don't know why I even have to say this, and you people never understand why we think it's so stupid. But let me say something that's equally as stupid and equally untrue, just so you know how you look when you say this. On console, you can't use controllers. PC has too many graphics. You'll burn your retinas. Oh yeah, let's play PC. No, no you will not, you will be blind. Oh, oh my god! Okay, okay. I used to play on console, and I was a graphics whore back then. But recently, with the new generation of consoles, these gamers tend to be saying that they don't want better graphics, in fear that their minds won't be able to handle it. Is it just me, or have Sony and Microsoft implemented some sort of way to lower the capacity of the mind of these gamers? That doesn't seem like a lucrative practice for them. Or is it that these people are literally so jealous that they would actually pretend that they don't have the capacity to understand, just to justify their purchase? Either is ludicrous. If you like console gaming, you don't have to make excuses for it. You don't have to lie. Nobody besides idiot elitists are going to make fun of you for playing on console. So embrace your platform and stop being an idiot. You PC peasant, you can mod in better FPS. Just look at Black Ops 3 on the PS4, those beautiful graphic mods. I'm not sure if this is a troll or not. I did legitimately try looking up PS4 graphic mods for Black Ops 3. Haha, so if you're trolling, you got me to look. You think this is a troll? Wow, you guys are stupid. Whoa, bro. No need to get hateful. No one here is stupid, but you cannot mod better FPS. As well, if I'm correct, the PS4 doesn't even have mods yet, so a no. Why are you PC gamers harassing me? And you can mod on PS4. I looked it up, and you cannot in fact mod on the PS4. The only game I know you can mod is Fallout 4, and from this article, and he gives an article, it remains unknown. You made the article to put me in the wrong. You and all you PC gamers. Feeling shocked. Jeez. This was actually on one of my videos, and it's crazy how attached to ignorance we can become when we use our emotions more than our minds. All I can ever ask is for people to be objective, but really sometimes, even that is asking for too much. I got a PS4, but I really regret not getting a gaming PC. I really advise you get a PC. If he has the money. PS4 is better in every way. A gaming PC? Do you think everyone here is rich? Join the PC master race. Way too expensive for normal people. I'm a Westernist, not a nerd. Man, I'm so tired of this one. Consoles are so cheap and PC is so expensive. That's it. I'm gonna whip out the big guns for this one. The thing about PC is that you decide what goes into it when you build it. So if you don't go the pre-built route, which I don't recommend you do at all unless you find a killer deal, you can pick your price. I've built 4 computers as of this video that are under $500. 2 of them were under $400, and the friends I made those PCs for play games on way higher graphics settings and frame rates than the consoles that they used to own. And I know this because they told me that they can tell a huge difference. They're playing at 1080p, 60 FPS on high-mid settings in GTA 5. The cool thing about technology is because we continue to advance, the older hardware gets cheaper, and yet stays just as powerful. So I can buy a graphics card that outperforms consoles by a factor of 3 for around $100. But if that doesn't convince you, hopefully this will. I built a PC list that is somewhat representative of the PS4 specs. I did this to show you what specs are in your system and how you overpaid for that low-end PC. I say this is only somewhat representative because most of these specs are still far superior to the specs in the PS4, and I'll explain as I go. The processor in the PS4 is called the AMD Jaguar. It is an 8-core 1.8 GHz processor. This processor is an AMD FX 8-core, but it runs at 3.2 GHz, not 1.8. 3.2. Next is the motherboard. This is called the SAC-001 motherboard, and it's a Sony-made thing, and it's very bare bones. So much, in fact, that a replica doesn't even exist, so I just found the cheapest motherboard that I could, and the board I got is still far superior to the motherboard in the PS4. I cannot believe that they're asking for $224 for that MOBO. Next is RAM. The PS4 has 8GB of GDDR5 RAM, however, 3.5GB are dedicated to the operating system, so really it only has 4.5GB of RAM that is usable. However, I will give you the full 8. In this case though, the PS4's RAM speed is 5500 MHz, and the RAM in this PC is 2133 MHz, so the PS4's RAM is faster, but all that really gives the PS4 is a bandwidth advantage, and you can easily improve that in a number of ways with your PC. The PS4 has a Blu-ray player, so I got one for the PC. Nothing special. You need an Ethernet and an HDMI cord, which are both really cheap. The hard drive in a PS4 is a 500GB 5400 RPM hard drive. The thing is, most PC gamers will not play games on a drive that slow. Normally we like 7200, however, I was able to get pretty much the exact same one. The graphics card in the PS4 is similar to the Radeon 7750, which is a card that came out in 2012, and even back then it was still a very low card. You can find this thing for around $70, so being as generous as I was, giving the PS4 these specs, which all but one of them were superior in almost every way, this build comes to $375. Had the processor been a bit weaker, the motherboard been bare bones, and the RAM be only 4.5GB instead of 8, this PC, hypothetically, would cost around $290 to $300. So with that, you paid $350 to $400 for this machine that spec-wise is comparable to a $300 PC. Expensive much? And you pay $60 a year for online. I can build a PC for $400 that will outperform the PS4 by almost a factor of 4, and online gaming is free, games are cheaper, the hardware only goes down in price, and I decide when I want to upgrade if I ever feel like doing so. In the long run and even in the short term, PC gaming is cheaper, but it depends on you and how much you decide you want to spend. There's no set number for PC gaming, there is for console gaming, and the price is not justifiable on only one of those two platforms. But hey, you decide. PCs have one exclusive, that's called Indie. Meanwhile, PS4 has 1,000. It's pathetic that something can be called a gaming PC when there's not any good game to play on it. Facepalm. That's a genre, and it's even on your underpowered PS4. Haha! I have your PC exclusives on PS4. You just debunked your whole PC master race, you damn idiotic. Oh god. Yup. You got us. Oh my god. Good lord. You know what? I'm gonna leave it. I don't actually think anyone is dumb enough to hear this and not understand why it's so stupid. So I'm gonna leave it.